In this video, we're going to be taking a look at using Labyrinth, the custom-made version, in the Monster Type Festival. We played only one match as soon as the event went live, won it, and then went to bed. So it's late in the evening and now on the second day of the event. I think it's the 19th today, and we're going to see how much more we can progress. So let's see how some of these matches go. Before I get started, the in-depth deck list video that for the deck that I'm using, is linked in the description, so check that out. But yeah, here's the deck list. I'm not going to go over it because, like I said, I already made a video about it. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these matches in the Monster Type Festival. So in this first matchup, which is the first match of the event, we won the coin toss, and that usually means instant win, I would assume. Unless the opponent has evenly matched, which is, again, why I say that you probably want to put evenly matched in any deck that you make. Speaking of which, we draw the one of Pot of Prosperity. Again, one of the reasons why I say you should just throw this in every deck. Look at the consistency you get off of this thing. So we're instantly going to go ahead and set the field spell because we already have Big Welcome. We're going to summon Ariane and search out the Ku Clock so we can activate the Big Welcome. And the Ku Clock, again, triggers the activation of the Big Welcome because we can activate it this turn. We're going to go ahead and bring out Lovely, not Lady, because we're going to be able to bounce back Ariana to use again next turn. But because a monster was returned, now that triggers Lovely, and that means I can destroy a card in the opponent's hand before they even get a turn. Now, I kind of guessed that this opponent was on Labyrinth, most likely the Loner, because everything I was doing, their field was lighting up, right? And there's no Maxi in this event, so what else would be triggering on every little action? The Labyrinth furniture cards to discard and set a card, right? So I have a bit of a plan here. Let's see how it goes. We're going to go ahead and discard a card, or sorry, destroy a card. We destroy Ku Clock, and now Lovely is going to be able to reset Big Welcome. I did misplay here with the way that I set up the Ku Clock and the sending for Stovey. I realized it as soon as I did it. It's hard to break down, but basically you're supposed to send the Ku Clock first and then chain the Labyrinth furniture cards, and then that will allow you to get your Ku Clock back. So I could have saved the Ariana in my hand and discarded Ku Clock for the Chandelier if I did that, but because I didn't do that, now I lose the Ariana, which is terrible. But it's relatively okay because, like I said, I went first with Labyrinth, and no matter what you do, you pretty much win. So I still get Ku Clock back here, but now instead of ending on Ariana, I end on Ku Clock. So again, maybe it's not a misplay, depending on what you want to end on, but obviously Ariana would be stronger to end on, in my opinion. So the opponent, yeah, pretty sure playing the Loner version, so you can just see the difference in the two right here. I did go first, so it's maybe not as fair. But yeah, the Loner version plays like Backjack and a couple of other bricks like the Ariane and the cards you really don't want to play. But yeah, they do the Ku Clock and the setting of Welcome Labyrinth, which allows them to summon Lady during my turn. However, my setup is a lot stronger because there's no set card, which means Lady is targetable and destroyable. And I have the Labyrinth, which will trigger on my Labyrinth trap cards, right? Because I don't think it's once per turn. Yeah, it's only this second effect that's once per turn. So all the Welcome Labyrinth trap cards gain the effect to destroy. So this is double destruction as well as their real effect for a trap card. So during the draw phase, before the opponent even has an opportunity to set a card, I am going to Welcome, and then I'm going to chain the furniture. The furniture is going to allow me to set Big Welcome, and then Welcome Labyrinth allows me to bring out Lady, pop the opponent's Lady with the field spell, which now will trigger the furniture, because this is why I sent the furniture, right? So I can get it back for free and get a free set. I'm going to destroy a card in the opponent's hand. I still got Big Welcome. Like, the opponent kind of realizes there's nothing they can do, because if they set a card, I'm going to destroy one of them. I'm going to have infinite resources. I'm just so far ahead, and that's the power of Labyrinth going first. Alright, in this matchup, we won our coin toss. This is the second match we played. Starting off with a pretty strong hand because we have Ariana, and again, unless you have Imperm, there's no way to negate it. The opponent just scoops on me summoning Ariana. Alright, good event so far. 2 wins. In my previous video, where I outlined my climb with Floowandereeze, I said I wouldn't post a match where I normal summon and the opponent scoops. Well, I'm doing this to prove a point, so I'm not trying to be a hypocrite or anything. But if this is the way the event's going to go, it seems kind of pointless. We actually lost this coin toss. The opponent opted for us to go first. Again, normal summon Ariana and the opponent scooped. So I don't know, Konami, the event seems a little weird to me right now. Let me know what you guys are experiencing, if this is also something that you're seeing. Alright, so after we lost the coin toss on the last one and our opponent opted for us to go first, we actually won the coin toss again. So 3 coin tosses, 1 coin toss loss. 3 coin tosses, 1 loss. But this match is actually an actual match here, but it's not going to be much of one because, again, it's Labyrinth, and yeah, this guy clearly playing the Loner deck here. discarding, again, some cards that I would say are not very good, which is why I say if you want to win, you probably want to play your own version. But again, there's nothing wrong with the loner. Like, you can just get used to the new cards for free, basically, right? So it's a fun to play that way, but you will experience a lot more frustration, I think, just because, you know, you have kind of a lot of dead cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up. Basically, during the opponent's end phase, you know, once they don't trigger anything really, we're going to go ahead and use our effects. So welcome Labyrinth first to bring Ariana to grab field spell, then big welcome to bring out Lovely, bounce back Ariana, Lovely effect to pop a card on field. Keep note that when you activate the welcome Labyrinth, either big welcome or regular welcome with field spell up, or you use the Lovely effect to destroy cards either in hand or field when a card is returned, these cards do not target. So if you do not chain the card you want to use when the effect, before the effect resolves, you now leave yourself open to get your cards getting destroyed, because you can't, like, once Lovely says I'm popping a card, you can't choose to respond with it, right? Because it doesn't target, and you say, oh, you're targeting that one, I'm going to respond with it. So keep that in mind. So you can see there I just popped field spell because I definitely anticipate that they had a welcome Labyrinth. I don't know why they activated Clue Clock if they weren't going to activate welcome Labyrinth. So clearly this opponent doesn't know their deck all that well. Well, obviously it's a loner, right? So they're going to learn. But yeah, we get the Clue Clock with the Ariana, and now we're going to just pop off using the welcome Labyrinth to pop one of the opponent's back row. Archfiend's Ghastly Glitch. Again, I think this is a good card to play one of as a searchable target because it can pop anything on the field. But just as a one of, searchable with Lady, right? And then recurable with Lovely if you want it. Other than that, I don't think it's worth playing. The opponent, again, just totally out-resourced, and they end up scooping. So far, I mean, you can just see the dominance of Labyrinth right now. I don't know what else to say.